What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over run defense, the finale, the fiend of the 3-4 bear ebook that I'm bringing out to you guys. Now, as a little disclaimer, you may probably already know this, but 3-4 bear is not the best run defense out there. 3-4 odd is, no question, hands down, there's no doubt on my mind that is the best run defense out there. So if you guys want a full run defensive guide, check out the link in the description. But let's go ahead and get into it. We are using the Seattle Seahawks. Well, I think, my opinion, they are the best run stuffing team in regs. Now, of course, in MUT, you guys have the ability to have different chemistries and abilities on your players and essentially pretty much run however you want to. But for regs is considered, if you guys like to play money games on Players Lounge, Gamer Saloon, or any other site, I would say the Seattle Seahawks are going to be the best bet to be able to stop the run. Now, the play that we're going to be using today is the pinch dog 3. We're going to go ahead and flip it. I want to talk a little bit about the reason that the Seattle Seahawks are so good, and that's because Bobby Wagner and, I'm forgetting his other name right now, but they have two players, one with secure tackler, one with tackle supreme / enforcer. So they essentially have it all covered. That is the thing that I would really recommend, having at least one secure tackler, an enforcer. It's not necessary, but at least 2 secure tacklers, maybe a secure tackler and 1 enforcer. That's going to be your best bet behind it. So pinch dog 3, we're going to go ahead, I think I already said this, but you want to flip it and you're going to go ahead and choose the play. We're going to go ahead and start out in this I form H wing with, you probably know where I'm going with this, stretch alert X looky. Everybody's ran into it. Everybody knows what it's all about. So really nothing too new here. But the run defense and the way that we're going to set this up is essentially the same across the board. The only difference you're going to have between the formations are going to be the gaps are going to be opening up to you. So we're going to go ahead and baseline. We want to go ahead and click onto the safety right here and just move the left stick whatever direction. Just make sure you move him to where he just shuffles a little bit. So when we press, he doesn't move to the outside. If you don't click onto him and just wiggle the left analog stick, he's going to go ahead and press, and he'd move out to right about here-ish when you go ahead and press. So we don't want that. We want him to stay pretty much within the box. Let's go ahead and move him back over. And then we're going to go ahead and blitz Y. Slant or D-line down. Let's go ahead and press one more time. And he's right there. You may need to press twice, but you really need to get Bobby Wagner shifted in. That's going to be key when we start going against formations like the single back wing flex close, getting Bobby Wagner to shoot in the backfield for us. Now, this being stretch alert X looky, we do have to worry about the slant, but we're primarily worried about just the stretch. That's all we're really going to focus on this defense. So let's go ahead, snap this ball, and right there you can see we get picked up. Ezekiel Elliott getting a gain of 5 yards. So this is the big issue you're going to see with 3-4 bear is it's going to come down to a lot of user plays. And I mean a lot of user plays. So let's go ahead and do this again. Baseline. Just move that guy a little bit. Blitz Y, press. May need to press twice, maybe 3 times. Slant your D-line down. Kiwi contain. Let's see if we can make a play on this ball. You want to bring your user down to about the 5-yard line. You don't want to be all the way back here, of course, because you don't want to have to make up yards when you can just come down a little bit further. So let's snap this ball. And again, we'll try making a user play on this. You can see right there, because we take on the block, the outside third is going to make a play on the ball. Now, if that was somebody with freight train or whatever other chemistries and Super Saiyan powers they have on their players, there's a very high chance that corner, unless he has a secure tackler, is going to get ran over and or punched in the face. So be really careful when you're trying to run this defense against certain formations, because oftentimes it's going to be either A, you one-on-one with the running back, or B, the CPU defender one-on-one with your running back. And if they have juke specialist or spin cycle, whatever the stupid thing may be called, unless you click onto that defender, and who knows where it may click you onto, the odds of them getting faked out are pretty much guaranteed. So be very, 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 very careful about running this defense. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Baseline, blitz Y, press. And you can see right there while I was talking about if you don't click onto that guy and move him, he gets pressed and shifts to the outside. If that happens, just go ahead and move him to the inside. Sometimes you'll see when you click off, he may go ahead and try to go back to the outside. You may just need to take him a couple times or just move him all the way over here, and then he'll just take a little side step to where you want him to be at. So we've pressed, we've slammed our D-line down, QB contain, and again, we're going to try and make a play on the ball with our user. You can see right there, we get lucky. I'm not saying that was good run defense. We get lucky and are able to get 4 hands on Ezekiel Elliott. So that's a little bit about this stretch alert X looky out of this I form H wing. This is going to carry over to any kind of stretch plays that you may come across. Some formations it may just be one-on-one. Some it may be the CPU making the play on the ball for you. You've just got to be very careful about running this and make sure that you do have the user ability to be able to make a play when needed. So now let's go ahead and get into the single back wing flex close. This is something that was very popular early on in the year. Not so much this at this point because most people have run defense for it. But we're going to go ahead and set our audibles so then I can just audible back and forth to this stretch and dive. We're going to go ahead and set this up. So baseline, blitz Y, and this is important. The order right here is very important. You want to blitz Y, then click onto this guy, and then press. If you do not blitz Bobby Wagner, he will not shift in, and that's going to be key. And I don't know why this guy shifted in because he's never done that before. But then you want to go ahead and put him on QB contain, and right here, this is something that I have noticed does affect it. Where you stand seems to kind of mess with the blocking logic of the offensive line. If it gets set up properly, you will find that Bobby Wagner is going to come shooting down free. And if he doesn't, just take whatever gap gets open. So let's snap this ball. It's right there. We make a bad user error, and the CPU makes even worse run stick. But because we chose incorrectly, they had an open lane to the left side A gap. So let's do this one more time. Baseline, blitz Y. Just click onto that guy a little bit. Press. And there we go. That's what we're looking for. Now we should get Bobby Wagner in the backfield. Slant D-line down. QB contain. Snap the ball. And he's right there. Bam. If we click on, we're holding into a gain of about 2 yards. Now, be very careful with this run defense in general. You can see how heavily dependent it is upon a user. If you make the wrong decision in what gap you're shooting, you're going to give up some serious yards. So you really do need to get into practice mode for this and just understand, hey, if I do this adjustment, this gap's going to be open. If I stand here, this gap's going to be open. This is giving you guys a very general idea of how you can run this. And it's leaving you some homework as well because there are so many different formations out there that we could talk about. It could take me 3 weeks to talk about every single formation in the game. And I've got too much going on already. But you guys can see right there, if you're able to make a user play, we're going to get him in the backfield. So again, let's go ahead and baseline. Blitz Y. Click on to this guy right here. Just shift him a little bit. Press. May need to press twice, maybe once. And I don't know why that guy's not pressing, but because he isn't, it may mess it up. Now let's go ahead and not try some QB contains. Let's just leave it non-contain. Snap the ball. And you can see right there. We're going to go ahead and click on and hold him again to 1 yard. You guys notice we shot the correct gap, but then there's a B gap that opened up on the right side, and Ezekiel Elliott saw that, bounced it to that side, and our CPU defenders were there to make a play on the ball. So be very careful about running this defense. I'm going to go ahead and choose a different formation. That's going to be the same thing for stretch. We'll go ahead and show you guys stretch real fast as well, just so we can cover it all. Don't have that one person saying, hey, you didn't cover this. So let's go into single back wing flex close. Let's just go into the HB stretch. We'll go ahead and set this bad boy up again. Baseline, slant D-line down, blitz Y. Click onto this guy, wiggle the left stick, press. QB contain. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to get into the more powerful version of the HB stretch where they flip it left and motion over this tight end. If they run it right and don't motion over anybody, it's going to be a lot easier to blow it up in the backfield. And let's just snap this ball. So you can see right there, bam. Somehow we almost got warped into a block. But because our outside third is there to make a play, he's at least going to be able to slow down Ezekiel Elliott and allow us as a user to be able to get out there to make a play on the ball carrier as well. So let's do this one more time. We're going to go ahead and run HB stretch to the right this time. Baseline, blitz Y. I think they're going to, when do we press? They're both going to press inside. Nope. The alignment's a little different this time, but we'll go ahead and slant D-line down. QB contain. We're running stretch to the right. Snap the ball. And you can see right there, again, very, very small window that you have to be able to make a play on the ball carrier. But we're able to hold him to a gain of what maybe a yard or something very, very minimal. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time with this. I kind of want to leave this homework to you guys to be able to get into practice mode and just try out different formations that you maybe ran into to get an idea of the gaps that you guys are looking at to know what you need to shoot as a user. So again, pinch dog 3, we're going to go into single back tight U. We're going to go into HB dive. So let's go and do this again. Baseline, slant D-line down, blitz Y. Click on that guy. Shimmy him around. Press. You can see that time Bobby Wagner shifted in. QB contain. And then just make the correct decision as a user. You can see right there, we kind of saw it opening to the right side of the field, so we're going to be over there to open it up. It is a little bit of a game of patience, but you also notice right was coming in as well. Fast linebackers are going to be able to make a play on that. Slow linebackers, I think KJ Wright has like 85 speed. It's going to be a little more difficult for them to make a play on the ball. So again, let's go ahead and do this one more time. Baseline, blitz Y, slant D-line down, click onto this guy, shimmy him a little bit, press. Again, Bobby Wagner shifting inside. Keep it contained, and then just choose the right gap as a user. So you can see right there, bam, we can see that gap opening, and we're holding him to a gain of 2 yards. If you have an enforcer safety, eventually you're going to be able to punch him in the face and hopefully knock the ball out. So now I'm going to go ahead and audible to HB stretch. Let's do this one more time, and this is going to wrap up this video. We'll leave some stuff for you guys to hop into practice mode and lab it up as well. So let's go and do this one more time. Blitz Y, click on this guy, shimmy him a little bit, press, slant D-line down, Q to contain. Snap the ball. He's right there. Very fortunate that he didn't break it to the outside. That 3-yard cook played it very well and was able to contain Ezekiel Elliott for a very minimal gain. So that's going to take care of this video. Ooh, I got a new update for Windows. That's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure that you do hit that subscribe button, as it's crazy. We're getting closer and closer every day to 1K. I appreciate every single one of you guys. But also hop into practice mode. I'm going to leave you guys some homework. Some formations that I really recommend checking out are the single back wing Z. I think it's called single back wing Z tight. I want to say it's out of the Seattle Seahawks offensive playbook. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's out of Seattle Seahawks. Practice that, the stretch and the dive out of that one, and get used to how you need to user it. It's essentially going to play fairly similar to the single back tight U. The only trick is they'll start motioning their wide receiver in and providing just some more blocks downfield as well. So get used to that, practice that a little bit more, and make sure that you have fast linebackers, whether it be outside linebackers, middle linebackers, preferably all your linebackers. If you guys play MUT, have at least 90 speed by now. Mine don't, because I don't really play MUT all too often. But if you guys play regs, start using the Seattle Seahawks. Shaquem Griffin, put him out on the field. Make sure that he is on the field to make a play on the ball, because he has 91 speed. Fantastic user, fantastic for run defense, and that's going to take care of this video. So get into practice mode, guys. Practice that single back wing Z tight, I form tight, I form close, all these other formations. There's too many to cover within this one video. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, and until next time, get into the lab. There's some new merch. I'm just saying, new merch. Here. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Whoop. New merch available. See ya.